Two kings in the Queen City because we got what it takes to rock the mic right.
Europe.
Yes, sir. We at episode 5 of this
I was about
joint.
to say, what episode we on? What number we on? It's 5?
5. Mm-hmm.
Go Talk Part 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. On cinco
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
You feel me?
Cuatro, cinco, seis.
You already know.
Siete, ocho, nueve, diez.
And
That's all I got.
That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
And this is G.O.A.T Talk Part 3. We got to make it work because, this will be the last of the Go Talk, at least for the time being.
Okay,
So we won't make it bad.
I did.
You see what I just did?
Yeah, a little dad joke. Yeah.
Because you got to break it down. Like, goes through the bad. Just add the D at the end.
Bad.
Yeah.
I like it. I fuck with it.
It's okay.
Should be
it's okay if you're lying about it. It's all good.
You should be a comedian.
Nah.
He said,
I ain't gonna get on stage. It's cool. I'll work on all the dad jokes later. I know that was a bad one. But hey, you got to start swinging, in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So the first voice you hear is none other than Perseus, a.k.a. Pro, a.k.a. DJ Mute.
Go ahead with it.
A.k.a. all of that shit.
Boy,
Word.
tell her.
Let them know. Let them know what you working with.
I go by Drew, a.k.a. Philly, a.k.a. DJ Philly Dot,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Press Play, and we out here.
And we out this bitch.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I'm excited, man.
I'm excited too.
Every time I talk about GOATs and like top tier shit, I don't know, give me good feels, give me good vibes.
It does, because at least this time around, this will definitely define what we are as individuals from this top 5 that we'll do today.
Mm-hmm.
Which just happen to be the thing that, save our lives, the thing that, pretty much been running the world ever since it's been introduced to the world. Whether it's in a good way or in a bad way.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all part. We all part of this culture. At least we are, me and you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I grew up, man. I grew up in this culture, man. It's not all I know, but it played a big part in a lot of how I made it through certain days and certain times when, I was always like a creative in nature. So something, just listening to that creativity that hip hop brings and the culture of it, it's just something different.
Something different.
Yep.
You just named it.
Mm-hmm.
None other than hip hop.
Yep. It's hip hop. That's hip hop for sure.
1, 2, and you don't stop.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2.
I love it.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, man.
Man. So the top 5 we're speaking of, it's more so our top 5 hip hop artists of all time.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do it hip hop.
That's something serious right there. That's a list that nobody should be playing with like that.
Right, coming from two hip hop heads that
Yeah.
So these top 5 is valid. This is valid shit. Like these motherfuckers is like what we grew up on. So
Hell yeah.
It represents us for the most part. So when you hear the top 5, you're gonna kind of get an idea of, like he said, like how or who we are, type of people we are. So. Yeah, let's go ahead with yours and see
man. Well, and I'm glad you said something about it. Before we, get into it,
Okay.
I got to more so give another RIP. We just got the news earlier today, by the time of this recording, that DJ Twitch passed away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was ruled self-deletion.
It's another one.
It's another one.
Yep.
And this one definitely hit the community real deep because with this person, he was upbeat all the time. Whenever you see him on TV,
Right. Well, that's all I've seen him as.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that.
Like he loved what he does as a DJ, no matter where it's from.
Smiling, dancing,
yeah, being with his family and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately. Yeah, another situation where some dark things was hiding behind that smile in them dances,
right.
Unfortunately. And we will never know what it was. The only thing I can say to that is more so, man, pray on your strong ones in your corner. Because you think they're okay. The next thing you know, they're gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't take the evil demons that, they kept speaking loud inside their heads.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just another example. Talk to anybody that you feel you need to talk to. Your closest homies, your brothers, your woman. Well, don't you start laughing at me. Therapists,
Yes, man.
Anybody that you think that can, at least help you by just listening to you. That will go a long way.
Right.
So, R.I.P. to him. Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, rest in peace.
And rest in peace to Paul Silas
DJ Twitch.
as well.
Paul Silas.
A legendary coach, passed away in his Denver, Charlotte home earlier this week. So, yeah, keep the family in prayers on that one as well.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And, with that, let's take it to the lighter note. So I'll start with my top 5. Shit. This top 5, being that, I grew up in the 90s, most of the people in the top 5 would still be considered like the typical top 5 MCs that you'll see. But you will be surprised that, at least one of them that didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Word, yeah.
Let me go ahead and just start naming them down. The first one, my God, he was a force to be reckoned with. When he first came in on the scene, like 98, 99. Well, he got famous 98, 99, but he'd been on the scene for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And man, when he came out swinging with the grittiness, the darkness, the fucking hardcore ways that he had, and still was able to generate, oh man, incredible record sales with that.
Yeah.
It was well known that, he definitely going to be a stamp on people's lives, and definitely will be in people's top 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He let you know to stop being greedy. You know what I'm saying? And when you slip, you fall, you can't get up, just get back up. You'll be all right.
The one and only.
The one and only. D to the M to the X. Darkman X.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah.
I definitely got introduced to him. Where my dogs at?
Yeah.
I actually got introduced to him from that LL Cool J song 4321. When he was on there, spitting with the best of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, more so just bringing that hardcore, gritty voice. That voice is what was captivating, if anything.
Man, you can pick that voice out of a lineup.
Out of the lineup. It's him.
Yep, that's him. That's DMX.
Oh, you know that's X all day. That raspy shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On top of, damn, he gave me so many songs that I can relate to and I can go to, when times are, not the best, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's from Slippin', whether that's from, damn, what's my name? X gonna give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? Rough Riders Anthem.
Yeah.
That's just to name a few.
More party, that was party side of DMX.
Yeah.
He's versatile and he can go different styles easily. Still make a hit. That's crazy.
Yeah, then, deep songs like Where I'm From,
Mm-hmm.
Feeling in the Air, man, that list can go on and on as far as like, the deep MC, the deep cuts that he has as an MC. So number 5 slot belongs to DMX.
Bet.
Number 4. How do I start this, man? At the beginning with him, well, the world got introduced to him basically through a group that, came out swinging with their first single.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ventured out into his solo career, and man, did he take it to another level. of course, he had like other albums with the same group, but when he ventured out into his solo career, there was nowhere to go but to the top. Hell, probably even to the, past the sky, with him.
Right.
Luckily, we still got this individual with us, and he'd be able to get his flowers because he represents the South. Not only he represents the South, but he's the god of the South, in my opinion. Everybody can talk about the king of the South and all that bullshit, but there is another level to this game. From Houston, none other than Mr. Scarface.
There you go. All right.
Yeah. Mr. Scarface.
That's fire right there.
Shit.
It's Mount Olympus, Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got introduced to him late, basically with the Untouchable album, because I was young. That was 95, 96, and that's when that Smile song came out. All throughout the years of going back and listening to, his older work and even keeping up with the current work, at least at that point.
Yeah.
And going forward, man, it was a treat to have. It was a pleasant surprise, and most of the albums that I hear from him does stick with me. Like The World Is Yours, The Fix, that's a popular one. Of course, The Untouchable. Shit, Made, Deeply Rooted. Man, I could go on and on for that. So yeah, number 4 belongs to him.
Boy, Scarface takes the 4th spot.
Scarface, face small.
Okay.
All right, so that leads to number 3. There's going to be some people mad at me for this placement, more so because they feel he should be higher. And, to each his own in that matter. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have an impact on my life still. Man, where do I start with this gentleman? Man, all the way back to 96, when his first album came out, it didn't really hit the masses like it should, at least until later on. But as he dropped consistent albums every year since, he definitely got into that GOAT status real early. And shit, he kept up with the best of them, especially the ones that passed away during certain times. And man, he became this thing we never seen before. A guy that came out of hip hop that's now a billionaire. Not too many people make it out to see that at all.
I think it's like 1 or 2.
Maybe 1 or 2. Here and there.
I wonder who he's talking about.
Well, he let you know it's a hard knock life out here.
I forgot he made that damn song.
Yeah, if you got the clue by now, it's none other than Mr. Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z.
S. Carter, you must try harder. Competition is not yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
3 spot.
Number 3.
Jay-Z got, okay.
Number 3.
Respect.
Respect, I got numbers, respect, and love. I want to be part of the whole Vengers as well, but not, not too deep where I feel like, pause, I'm riding him too much.
Hey, yo.
I'm just saying, I had to put that out there. Pause.
Hey, yo, yeah. Who's man?
Oh, man.
Yeah, Jay-Z, though, man.
Jay-Z.
Yeah. And what you say was your favorite album, Jay-Z?
I would say Reasonable Doubt.
Okay, Reasonable Doubt. Okay,
Reasonable Doubt. That's my favorite Jay-Z album of all time. Because it's like, I can never be at a point where I play that and I don't get tired of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know you fuck with an album.
Yeah.
Play it through. No skips.
No skips.
Yep.
And the shit that he was dropping, in between them bars, mad metaphors and everything. It was pretty much up to this day. I was still learning new shit. I was like, oh shit, he actually dropped it like that. That's what he meant.
Yeah.
And with that, another MC that's in that realm, man, where do I start? Because he's at number 2. He's another one I got introduced to late, but not that late. More so by his second album. And this is when I got mesmerized just from hearing his lyrics, more so on a single that just took me by surprise. And then as the years go, man, I just grew to love this gentleman, for what he represents. Not only for hip hop, but just as a black man in general, making it out of a certain environment. You feel me?
Right.
And being able to move a certain way and, let the results speak for itself rather than bragging on it.
Right. Hey, yep.
And he's currently dropping music just because he loves it. He doesn't really have to do it, in my opinion, but the bodies of work he's dropping as well is definitely incredible. And he kept up with the best of them as well. Even in epic battles that people wrote him off for until, he liked the bomb on them. You know what I'm saying? Ether style. And if you don't know who I'm speaking of, hey, do your homework. Because I'm talking about the God MC, another God MC. In fact, he's God's son. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but you may know him as Escobar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or you know him as Mr. Nasir Jones. Shit. What we talking about?
You can hate me now.
But I won't stop now.
I won't stop now.
Because he can't stop now.
Yeah, man.
What we talking about?
Yeah. That's a good two-piece.
That's a good two-piece right there. Number
man.
2 spot.
I remember One Mic, man. One Mic was like my anthem, bro, back in the day. Everybody knew One Mic, and I like the build up to the just the ornamentation that they did in that song. To me,
right,
fire. And then you add Nas on top of that.
Shit,
blow it up. I don't know who made the beat, but
I don't know.
That's one of his. I feel like that's one of one of his most famous anthem type songs.
I'd say so too.
Nas, yeah.
And then, he was going through a lot in that moment. That battle with Jay-Z, So I understand that One Mic hits different for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, my favorite albums. Of course, everybody's favorite is Illmatic. But my other favorites is It Was Written, followed by Life Is Good. I fucks with I Am, but when I comes like the favorites, yeah, it's up there.
Yeah.
Then I'll go with pretty much all the King's diseases. You know what I mean? And even Magic, that's on that list. Man, just that whole series has just been incredible.
Yeah, man.
There's not a day go by that I don't listen to it.
Well, yeah, that's how you know, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know.
Straight up.
If them songs just happen to pop up in your playlist, it's not by coincidence, man. That's
not by coincidence at all.
You fuck with that shit heavy.
Straight up and down.
And it's like your mind's telling you, like, yep, play that Nas, play that Ether. I want to hear some diss track.
Hey, play Major Look. I want to hear some violence, yo.
I woke up to violence today.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I want to hear them gunshots in the beginning.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that One Mic, that was like a, back in the day, you used to wake up with like an alarm clock and it had music on it.
Yeah.
That was one of the songs I put on my alarm clock.
Oh, man.
Like I'm waking up, I'm about to like conquer some shit.
Shit. About to conquer the world. About to conquer the world with it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean.
I like that number 2. Good piece.
Appreciate it. Well, that leads to the number 1 spot that can't be moved or anything like that. Because this goes back to, man, I got introduced to him basically through music videos in the beginning, along with movies. By then, he was doing movies. And when it came for me for purchasing my first rap album ever, it's because of this gentleman. Actually, it was on the double. When you think of it, think of the title. And ever since then, man, you couldn't tell me anything about him on the negative side. What do you go with? How do you top something with an artist that has limitless range when it comes to topics. You could go from deep topics like, what's going around in the hood to being braggadocious, or being on your MC shit, or, being on your mental, being on your mental state where, you against the world at this point, and be able to convey that in such a artistic way. And ironically, even after that, it would be after he passed where everybody would show love, to this guy years later.
Yeah.
Even for all the posthumous albums that, dropped, man, it still hits. And even his music, whether that's past or, posthumous,
Yeah.
they still would hit, and still be relatable to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Not many artists get to say that. The only artist I can think of that's like that is none other than Mr. Tupac Shakur.
Yeah. I knew that was coming. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a lot of people's number one. So yeah. That's a good one. Good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tupac represents.
He'll hit you with like a bunch of messages and stuff.
A whole lot of messages.
Don't even know it's gonna come up in a song that is poppy, but it's kind of like it's a message in there.
Right.
And if you don't listen hard enough, you'll miss it. So
that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. And when I allude to what album I bought first, as far as like a rap album with my own money, that was All Eyes on Me.
With my own money?
Yep.
If I'm gonna spend my money, I pay. Yeah, that's a good one to spend.
When I get allowance, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I do not regret that purchase to this day.
Nah, for sure.
And then, of course, albums like Machiavelli. Oh man, that's just hit on another level. Just to think of what he was spitting on that album, and then his untimely demise hit right after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he had a feeling that something was going down. In that sense.
Yeah.
Like he just had to pour out whatever he had. And that shit was, man.
He proved out what he had.
He proved that shit.
Yeah.
He proved he was the one. Forever, forever Tupac.
Yep.
That's what I represent forever.
R.I.P. Machiavelli.
Yeah, you already know.
Yep.
Machiavelli.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thug life. Cross the belly.
Cross the belly. So forever Tupac, forever DMX as well. R.I.P.
Yeah.
And give flowers to all the legends that's still here with us.
Right.
And that's my top 5.
All right.
That's just, let's just go in your lane because I know it's a little different for you.
We on my lane.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's kind of similar to yours. Speaks kind of on the same language, as regard relatability,
right,
and things like that. So number 5, I'm gonna say this pick is a lot because of just the raw passion that he has for the game and the impact he had that brought like your favorite rappers today. Without him, most of your favorite rappers today wouldn't even exist. To be honest with you, not only that he brought them in, that he kind of gave them their style and their flow. They feed off his energy, and so number 5 gotta go to my boy Lil Wayne, Weezy F Baby, straight from Louisiana. Oh man, Narlands, yeah. So Lil Wayne takes that 5. I don't know, man. I feel like he just embodies music just how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Like Jay-Z doesn't write, he kind of comes off the dome with it, and then just
absolutely.
just let that beat take it where it's supposed to be, and so I gotta give it to him.
Man, that's a beast there. I'll definitely give him that when it comes to verses and shit like that. And I think of the first Carter, I think of the second Carter.
Yep.
And how that shit just blew everything out the water.
Yeah, Carter 2 is probably my favorite of the Carters, and then Carter 3, Carter 4 was okay, and then Carter 5.
Yeah,
yeah.
Side.
So and then he even went rock with
Oh, yeah, he did.
yeah. So oh yeah, he did. Y'all forgot. Yeah,
Yeah.
he went rock. So yeah. And number 4, I got oh yeah, because this is one of my favorite albums of all times. Of all times, this is my favorite album. Him was my favorite album of all times. I would say this body of work. You know, it's nothing other but the DMX himself, the
X.
dog.
The
You know,
dog.
and you know, and then now his. Have you ever been? You've been to a. We went to a DMX concert.
We sure did.
See how he you know demands the crowd, and yeah, and he was like, oh, when we went, it
Oh,
was
man.
late
Still
30s
rock the
maybe.
crowd.
Man, he just knows how to bring that energy to any type of culture that listens to him, you know. And it's not just black people that listen to DMX. Like he's
No.
known all over the world, you
Yeah.
know. So for that type of voice, like you said earlier, that type of voice, that so distinctive voice, is just he made it like work for him.
Yeah.
And you could tell he was being his authentic self. He had no, and I think everybody mentioned no ghostwriter. Let me mention that. My top 5,
ghostwriters.
no ghostwriters. I feel like you can't have a ghostwriter in your top 5.
Well, Gilly tried to claim, Lil Wayne's ghostwriting way back when.
Let me tell you about something about Gilly.
Okay, all right.
Don't get me started
All
on
right,
No,
cool.
we ain't gonna do it.
All right, cool. Nah. Don't shoot me, bro. Don't shoot me, bro.
I'm gonna plead the 5th. Lil Wayne, no ghostwriters.
I said some hostility. Don't shoot me,
And
bro.
you can tell, one thing you can tell is if just how he delivers it and what comes out.
Right.
You can tell like just how he speaks and the putting words together that nobody else can write that for him. You cannot picture anybody else writing that for him.
Right.
At least not in my top 5. I don't know, somebody else's top 5, but they have Drake and that's clearly a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers like that. So what I went down 1 4. Who am I on 3?
You're on 3.
All right, so my 3 spot. My 3 spot got to go with Jay-Z.
Ho!
I think we both got Jay-Z at 3, right?
Shit.
I think you had him at 3. Yeah. So I got Jay-Z at 3 too. Just undeniable. He's a billionaire. He knows what he's doing. Boy can spit.
Straight up.
Yeah, he's one of the goats and one of the legends who just embodied lyricism
Right.
to the highest degree. It was very important at that time. Now nobody cared about lyricism, but then you can't pick up one of these if you don't know how to spit.
True.
And if you do pick up one of these and you don't know how to spit, we're gonna make sure you never pick that thing up again.
At least with someone like him, he'll make sure you don't come up like that again.
Yeah. So I gotta give it to Jay-Z, and just as a business person and his impact on the game, he just influenced a lot where he has to be top 3. I think all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, he gotta be top 3. No, but so you had a question? My fault.
So, what album basically solidified that for you, as far as like that spot?
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
I have to say Reasonable Doubt as well.
No doubt.
Yeah. Reasonable Doubt was probably I feel like his best work. But all his albums actually. I don't really listen to Jay-Z and be like, that's trash. Except I can't. Except the one he did with the white boy, Justin Timberlake. That's a song.
Oh, yeah.
Suit and Tie, whatever.
Well, Magna Carta Holy Grail.
Yeah.
That
And don't get me fucked up. Not because he white. I don't want to put that out there. I ain't racist. But I don't think that song was just good in general.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't Suit and Tie, but it was another song they did together. Yeah. I just can't think of the name right now, but it was only like a few joints on there.
But eventually everybody got to go pop, so he did it for a second.
At least he tried.
He tried it, and then he was like, "Yeah, that ain't that's not what I do."
It.
Yeah. So I get him number 3. Number 2, I gotta give it to Kendrick Lamar because K-Dot. He just again his impact, I feel like, on the game, especially over there in the West Coast, where he brings something different to the lyricism. He can find ways to rhyme words where a lot of rappers can't figure that out. And again, he don't ghostwrite. That's his shit.
No doubt. No doubt.
That I don't think everybody appreciated or respected this new piece of work that he put out. But I feel like it's one of his best pieces of work. So I say top 5 albums he put out. Is this one?
From his discography.
Mm-hmm.
Discography. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's how I feel about Kendrick Lamar. So, and again, there's nothing there's no song that he puts out that I don't really like. I hate that shit.
Right.
I can't find one. I can't think of one.
Actually, I can't think of one either.
Yeah.
And K-Dot, he's special within his own right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think I haven't heard one bad album yet.
No.
I don't think I have.
Untitled was...
One that's like Lucy's, but even then, I liked it.
Yeah, exactly. It was Lucy's. It was just some shit he just threw together on them.
Right.
Put together. Didn't even put names on them.
Yeah. Like, here, have at it.
Mm-hmm. And that still killed some, this new shit. Some of this, like, shit that not good today. Like that.
Oh, no
It's
question.
like 10 songs or something like that. And it was, like you said, just stuff he had. Just put something together. Put out a project because he hadn't put one out in a while
Sure.
at that time. So.
Sure.
So that is my...
And he's very
top
high.
Two.
That's number 2.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's
And
saying
he's
a lot.
still in the game. For the most
Still in
part,
the game.
a lot of people's top 5 ain't making no more music. Kendrick can drop another album probably next, year or two. We'll see.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully.
So that leads to that number 1 spot
Number 1 spot.
in Ludacris's voice.
Yeah, and in your voice earlier, I'm gonna make a lot of niggas mad on my number 1 spot. But shit, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You gotta give roses the roses due.
Right.
Dude came into the game with just what he had and his skill set, and just hoped everybody liked it and they fucking loved it. So I give my number 1 spot to the Little Rabbit. What is it called? Baby Rabbit. 8 Mile.
Or B Rabbit.
B Rabbit. I give it to B Rabbit, Eminem, Slim Shady, whatever you gonna call him.
Slim Shady.
Yeah, Slim Shady.
Marshall
top
Mathers.
That boy, just the respect of how he came in and then plus his flow it's like it's hard to keep up with his flow just based on coming in. You're coming in features and he just coming Jay-Z features and just keeping up with them and shit. Like you can't just walk in and do that.
Hell no.
Nah. So yeah, I get to him.
Slim Shady.
Yeah, Slim Shady, number 1 for me. That's
Damn.
my top.
I'll give it to him. He's one hell of a lyricist.
Yeah.
Whether you feel him or not, or whether you relate to him or not, that's something different.
Right.
I'm just talking about the mechanics of
The craft.
just
You know
being
what I'm
able to
saying?
spit,
The
put
creativity,
these words
bruh.
together. Yeah, that boy can't be matched.
Yeah. He made a whole song about killing his mom, but
Yeah.
even though we
I
don't
skipped that.
relate
Yeah.
to that shit,
No doubt.
it's like the aspects of putting that song together on top of the hook and figuring all that out on top of it, crazy.
Yeah.
It takes a master, a different mind state to do some shit like that. You gotta think of shit differently. That's how I feel about this shit.
And I give him credit for at least the rappers or MCs that came after, well, not after him, some was coming up with him,
Right.
that he still be able to keep up with, or put on a major scale.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking of MCs like that or rappers like that, I'm thinking of 50 Cent, of course, with the whole G Unit.
That was his influence. He brought that.
And then he brought his best friend along, Royce the 5'9". Man,
People forget about Royce.
man,
Royce can spit too.
that boy's a monster himself.
Royce can spit.
Shit.
I mean, the whole squad can spit. Ortiz, Joe Budden even spit. They had some lyricists in that group, but all that was kind of like influenced by Eminem's.
Yeah.
Coming up into it and just kind of killing that area. Where Detroit, nobody even knew about Detroit.
No.
He brought fucking Detroit.
At least the
on the map.
Detroit scene was.
Yeah.
When I found out how the Detroit scene is just fucking crazy with the lyricism, it's like nothing but respect.
Man.
Nothing but
Just
respect.
think about it, yeah. Who coming out of Detroit now? If it wasn't for Eminem, you wouldn't get Big Sean, you wouldn't get T Grizzly,
T Grizzly, no
that's
doubt.
Detroit. So it's like,
Bodie James.
yeah, man, you got some fire coming out of there.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's like respect, dude.
Now, what would be your, I would say, favorite Eminem album that basically pushed him to that number one spot?
For me,
Yeah.
I would say the original, the LP, a Slim Shady joint.
Oh shit, the Slim Shady LP.
Yeah. I would say that one's the best one for me. Then it's the Marshall Mathers LP.
Damn.
Yeah, yep. Then it goes. Then it goes. I like Encore. I don't know. A lot of people don't like Encore. You know. I don't know if you like Encore.
I'm included.
You included.
I was
even
mad as hell when I purchased that CD.
I even like his newer stuff with the Kamikazes and I like
Music to be Murdered By.
Yeah, I like that too. And it was a double disc. I think he put up a double disc after that.
Yeah.
So, I think he just has the versatility that, comes to making a good musician, good artist, a good hip hop head. And it's just, can't deny that shit.
Can't deny it.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised at that placement of, as far as like his albums, because everybody go-to or favorite would be the Marshall Mathers LP first.
Yeah.
Which is mine too. That's my favorite from him of all time.
Yep.
Followed by Recovery for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just somebody that, just hit differently for me.
So you liked him when he was hella fucked up on like drugs, and then you liked him as soon as he got like went to rehab.
Yeah.
That in between.
Yeah. That in between. Nah. There was something in between. I like the Eminem show.
Eminem
that was
show.
In between.
Okay, yeah. He was a little goofy on that album.
Yeah, a little goofy, and I was disappointed like a motherfucker in Encore.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold you.
Like that, man. Yeah, it's just.
And then after that, it'd be Music to be Murdered By.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I like that joint.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think without him, I don't know if Kendrick would be here. I don't know if a lot of people, man. So.
And Kendrick, I would say Kendrick and Royce, in my opinion, would be the only ones that can keep up with him on the track.
I would love to see some shit like that.
Yeah.
I think they.
Well, we got little snippets here, like that one song with Kendrick and Eminem.
Yeah.
That was on the Marshall Mathers LP too.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was, yeah. That was a surprise too. Nobody expected that to happen.
Nah.
And it was a dope track.
It was. Man, so with that said, let me ask you, if you had any honorable mentions, who would they be?
Oh man, like a one that's supposed to be on that list.
That could be on that list. Well, that could have been on that list, but the work doesn't stand up to it. But they was damn near close.
Yeah, I say Biggie.
Okay.
I say Biggie. I mean, that list, that fluctuates as much as the rest of them. After 5, it's kind of like, But I say Biggie. I think Fabulous, Jadakiss. I'm gonna say Biggie, Fabulous, and Jadakiss probably.
Shit.
Yeah, cause I remember I did grow up on Fabulous, and I just Street Dreams and all that I was bumping that shit in the bus.
The soul tapes later on in life.
Yeah,
shit.
Meek Mill. I think Meek Mill could be on that list. My list is a little subjective, but
right.
That's a lot of mentions. How about you? Who you think is probably top 5 and 6 and 7 for you? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Biggie would be number 6 for me, and that's why I said earlier, a lot of niggas would be mad, at that list, especially if we grew up in the '90s together.
Jay-Z and Biggie not in the same list, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And number 7, shit, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to give that to Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, yeah,
I'm gonna
you
have to
didn't
give that
have
to
him in
Kendrick
your
Lamar.
top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, he hits different for me too. Like pretty much for all the same reasons you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's just he's just too special, to not be in somebody's top 10 at this moment.
It's like a once in a lifetime
type
talent
of thing
to come out.
Yes.
You gotta embrace that.
And number 8, I'm itching to say another MC from the South that just takes people's souls, with his songs. None other than Mr. Big Crit.
Okay, Crit.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
You know what? Southern Hospital, man, that dude, he's fire. I ain't gonna lie.
It's fire.
He needs to be in a lot of more top because I don't think a lot of people respect him enough
Yeah.
to put him there. But Big Chris, yeah,
Man.
his flow.
He just hit different for me.
Yeah.
From that first mixtape, Crit was here.
That's like Southern lyrical.
Southern lyrical.
When you think Southern, you don't really think lyrical. And
No.
then he brings it
Then
in.
he comes in out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Just killing shit.
Yeah.
And then on top of his melodic style, when it comes to his singing,
Yeah. He makes
he's
his own beats
versatile,
too.
Makes his own beats.
Writes his own. No ghostwriting. Yeah.
No ghostwriting.
Another one you can tell. You as soon as you hear him, you're like, nobody wrote that.
No. You can tell that's coming from his heart, from his mind, from his memories, from his flashbacks, everything.
Shit he been through.
Yeah.
He personally been through that shit.
Right. And he paints them pictures vividly too when he tells his stories.
Yeah.
It's like you in the country with him at the corner store.
Yeah.
While he's spitting these stories.
You right there with him. It's like you could visualize it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I respect DMX because like how he rhymes, he kind of paints the picture for you.
Oh, yes.
And then you could just kind of like visualize all his aspects of what he's talking about. So yeah, Big Crit, man. Shout out to Big Crit, yo.
Man, shout out to Big Crit.
Straight up. Mississippi, right?
Mississippi.
Yeah, that's Mississippi.
Mississippi, what it is.
That's Mississippi.
Yes, sir. Shit. Shout out to all the names we mentioned. Living or passed away. You know what I mean? That's just,
Yep.
This is what I call hip hop in its truest form. Come from different areas, come from different walks of life, and still be able to give us all something to relate to in one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Facts.
That's a fact.
Facts.
Fact Jack. Or factuals. Or that's offending. Or facts count.
And that's a fact. That's a factory.
Factory. Mm-hmm. Or factuals, beloved.
That's some, and them dad jokes coming back around.
That's my cue to stop, huh? When you start asking me this shit.
You ask somebody it's a joke. Oh shit. No, I guess not.
Shit. I guess not.
Shit.
Let me quit while I'm ahead before this shit turns bad.
Well, shit, Jack. We gonna wrap it up.
Shit, I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
I think we're right there, man.
I think we're right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Got any mic drop closing remarks?
Mic drops. All I need is one mic. That's mine.
I see.
Shout out to Nas.
Straight up.
And I'm out with this motherfucker.
In my Bernie Mac voice. Shit.
What about you, fam?
Shit for me. I'll kind of like put some entendres on this, going into the top 5 that I have. Where you feel like it's you against the world, and you're at the point where you want to say fuck the world. Just hold tight.
Mm-hmm.
Lean back.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your head up.
Mm-hmm.
And go against all odds.
Tell him. Why you better tell him?
Because the world is yours.
The world is yours.
And I'll let know we out this motherfucker. Blackout.